We are back, and hey, it's one of those days where we just keep working, and let's just get some.
Hey, I wish you stop and do what's right. You such a crybaby. Yeah, it's just the constitutional rights getting violated. That's just a piece of paper. Our lives are more important. That piece of paper represents the lives that died for it. You wanna talk about that? A million worldwide. But you selfish, you wanna make this all about your rise. You ride a million worldwide, that's why I ain't gon' panic. That's 1% or 1%, I think I'll take my chances. Now with my life you won't miss me with life's value. While you agree with abortion, saying they should be allowed to. That's totally different. Wow, that's pretty damn convenient. Guess life has sanctity now, unless it's inconvenient. Why they keep calling it quarantine? We ain't even sick. Let's keep it real, this martial law that we agreeing with. COVID's a Trojan horse. If we don't go to war for our rights, and I can assure you they'll just keep taking more. Sure. You act like Nazi Germany never happened, and they ain't tracking every single action. Oh well, welcome to the new normal. Comply, I'm a snitch. But you look past broken glass and throwing piles of bricks. It's just 6 feet apart, just social distancing. Just seeing who is smart, who gets into conditioning. It's just safer at home, just invading our homes. It's just a couple weeks, that's what they said 8 months ago. Gotta flatten the curve, any doctors and nurses that disagree, hurry quickly, we gotta ban it work. Such a jerk, can't you see these hospitals are overrun? No, but since there's so many of them, why don't you show me one? It's for the greater good, I'm the bad guy, right? Tell me what good clothes and businesses does for families' lives. Call me a granny killer, I'm just using the backbone that my grandpa gave me to fight to make sure this land is still here. When I become a grandpa, so quit saying I'm careless. Quit trying to shame me, I promise you I won't feel embarrassed. Promise you I don't care if I gotta die from this. You think this is a song, you dead wrong, I put my life in this. I stand with we the people, cause we can see the evil. Hey politicians, listen up, you need us, we don't need you. Freedom means I am free to live as my God intended. New chains of slavery are mask, but I will not accept it. It's just a mask. Why is that so hard? Is that too much to ask? And you say you believe in God? It's pretty funny cause I can't see it. You making me lose faith in him and humanity. You such a drama queen saying you can't breathe. So what's your plan B? Take it off and then you really can't breathe. Not to mention all the people that you put in danger. I thought your precious savior told you you should love your neighbor. Guess you never understand, huh? Think you taking stands, huh? Conspiracy theories, nobody take you serious. It's kinda sad, bro. I used to love your music.
When did this come out? Yeah, no, I was talking with the thing on. That's horrible. I'm bad. Power of data. So this came out a couple years ago, right? So then that means all the data we have. I mean, they had to admit like that mask there is nothing. It didn't do anything ever once. It was always a placebo, or well, it was an illusion. Um, yep, yep. It had to be. Because if surfaces were safe and I could go shopping every single day, but that was the issue, I'd have been stepping over corpses. I mean, it'd have just been, um, yeah, yeah, yeah. If the fear and what they said matched reality, it'd have been a horror show. Um, but the problem is they keep mentioning that number, that the survival rate numbers, the 1% of the 1%. Um, I think what most people don't ever do is go look at um, mortality statistics, and maybe they should find out how many people. Yep, there's one, there's one, there's one. Up, another one, another one, another one, another one. Those are all natural causes. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Oh, there's birth. There's birth. There's birth. The numbers. It's a numbers game. They're using them all against you. The sheer masses of numbers. Um, yeah, if they were bulldozing trenches, we'd all know it. We would have seen them. Every ship in New York Harbor would have been full, not Orange Man bad. Um, all of that stuff would have went way different. The tents outside of hospitals, tent cities, triage and quarantine zones. Um, We only see that for travel restrictions and control mechanisms. There's no, right? Someone from Australia let me know. I mean, do you guys got trenches full of bodies down there? I mean, I'm not. That's morbid and horrible, and I would never want that. But I'm just confused. I would fear that. Catching the cold and flu, not so much. I don't have any comorbidities, so then the percentages say I just shook it. Well, I did it on camera. I passed the NyQuil virant with a box of tissues and reactions. But I worked through the whole thing. I didn't think I even did I take a day off? I don't think I took a day off. I'm just saying. My honey bunny, same way. She was a little worse than me, but nah. This is all, it's crazy. This is good shit right here, boy.
Theories, nobody take you serious. It's kind of sad, bro. I used to love your music, but your views are stupid, so you lost another fan from. I wonder if you even care, though. Apparently no. Apparently the doe's the only thing you had, bro. COVID took my grandma, but do you care enough? Karma's a, suggest you be more careful. It's just a mess today, just a shot tomorrow. So be a man today, a robot tomorrow. You better stand today, for we ain't got tomorrow. The end is getting nearer, time we living on is borrowed. But not because of virus, because we're letting tyrants run our lives, and any resistance is getting silenced. You say I'm acting childish, I know you so much smarter. I know you went.
I'm curious because I wonder how many of our elderly died from deaths of despair, not COVID, and then they were written down as COVID. The amount of joy in the comments on the daMASKus songs where people actually are happy because I'm a goofball and I dance around and they're like, and I'm not ignorant. These are older. They tell me. I mean, maybe, here's the thing, instead of lecturing me in my comments, how about read all the love from the other people and figure out what's going on here? When you have folks in their 70s talking about they're happy and they let loose for the first time in months, well, I think me being a goofball is beneficial to them folks. I think they're depressed and sad. Now, I can speak this way because they don't come down and visit me here, and that's appropriate. I don't want them to. You show me one point where I tried to cross over my audiences once. Any a-hole out there creeping around thinking they're going to figure stuff out and they want to know what's going on, and tell me why I don't cross over any of that and I don't try to push that shit. Well, why? Because it's two different things. That's me and Ange trying to be loving and caring. Not trying, being loving and caring. Trying to interact with people around the world that feel isolated and alone. So when you jump on your narrative high horse and you go, my grandma died, this person died, was that person going to pass that year anyways? Because then the COVID mark, see what I'm saying? A lot of people know about the comorbidities and know about underlining underlining problems. Right? I'm just saying it the same way twice. And then the whole, we shouldn't talk about it this one. What time are we at? 8 minutes. Maybe this is the best place to talk about it. I brought it up before, but I tried to explain this to my guys. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. And I am taking this from documentaries and some stuff I've read. So, I mean, maybe it's all wrong. But I heard that if we subtract the rough trade whippet crowd, promiscuous 70s, 80s gay group, the guys that just were nailing anything that moved out in the dirty park and doing their whippets on top of it, the combination, right? So that created that statistical anomaly, as I understand this. The statistical anomaly was used to scare the living shit out of everyone until some of you believed you couldn't drink out of a drinking faucet. Now, most people know that's ridiculous now, so they play it off. I never thought that. That's why every other commercial, every other statement, everyone was talking, everyone was scared, every fucking joke. Oh, yeah. There's the problem. How come AIDS was so real they could start making jokes about it right away because the people fighting it had to have a sense of humor. So it was so real, it stood up to satire, that's for sure. How come none of your positions stand up to satire? Are they not real? If you can't make fun of something, it's not real, right? It's propaganda, it's fake. If you can't mock it, it must be propped up by authority only, right? Because real things we get to mock at, laugh at, cry over. I am beating a dead horse right now. I've said this shit so many times because it's part of the underlining truth. I can't change it. I can just keep repeating it. I don't know. I probably got lost there. Who knows? I get lost a lot.
On is borrowed, but not because of virus, because we're letting tyrants run our lives, and any resistance is getting silenced. You say I'm acting childish, I know you so much smarter. I know you went to college, believe everything they taught you. I'm educated too, went to a different school, the school of hard knocks. Show you what these fists can do. Keep listening to the news, thinking it makes you woke. I think it makes you confusing. This whole thing is a joke. Except it ain't funny, all the rights they taking from me. Can't even take my family to parks on days of sunny. Can't even eat inside, but you could build a building next to the building and eating that, and everything's alright. My wife can't do no nails, but lick the.
What did he just say? Holy shit, did he just say what he
Using this whole thing is a joke. Except it ain't funny, all the rights they taking from me. Can't even take my family to parks on days of sunny. Can't even eat inside, but you could build a building next to the building and eating that, and everything's alright. My wife can't do no nails, but liquor stores are open. Can't get a workout in, but you could get abortion. Honestly, I don't know what.
Oh yeah, that's now I'm a pro weed guy, right? We ain't gonna ever here just to engage in hypocrisy. I've never been not pro weed, but if all of those small businesses had to be closed, but the abortion clinics and the weed joints stayed open. That's pathetic. I know I'm pro weed, but that's pathetic. You can't go to church, but you can get an abortion? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up if you believe that's an acceptable outcome. Shut up. Go someplace where your bubble is strong and live there. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Except it ain't funny, all the rights they taking from me. Can't even take my family to parks on days of sunny. Can't even eat inside, but you could build a building next to the building and eating that, and everything's alright. My wife can't do no nails, but liquor stores are open. Can't get a workout in, but you could get abortion. Honestly, I don't know what bothers me more, the hypocrisy or that you ignore. 99% recovery rate, but hey, let's shut down the states and blame Trump, cause it sucks. He said America's great. Swear I hate all these narratives pumping fear in our kids. Most of y'all are dead already, cause you scared of death to live.
Hey, I'm gonna say something controversial. Canada was great. My whole life up until a little bit ago, Canada was great too. Make Canada great again. Make Canada Canada again. Don't let it be annexed by the Olympic holders. Pablo's freaking out, so I gotta go. Hey. Oh no. I'll be right back with another one. All right, hey, Pablo got in. He made it. And we're gonna listen to this quick too.
I got a statement to make in the direction of depression. So depression, if you wouldn't mind stopping what you're doing in my mind for a second, I have something I need to mention. Cause see, I'm getting really tired of your suggestions of stepping off a bridge to my death or into an intersection of a street at noon. Or your 3 a.m. wake-up calls pressing on my chest since my adolescence, stressing my lungs in your hands, choking the path that I'm breathing through. See, if you think depression means someone is weak, you better think again. Listen, friend, living with depression is when you keep waking up wishing you didn't. Then using all of your strength within to lift that 2,000-pound bed sheet off off you when in reality it's paper thin. Another day begins by looking in the mirror, unclear of when or if those thoughts you hear to end. It all will ever end, but there's no time for that, you're running late again. So rinse your face off then, put your car in gear, and here we go off into the real world, where it's time to pretend. Yup, time to put that plastic smile on again, and pray to God for the strength to pour into your friends, so hopefully they won't see you falling apart within. Because how could someone who needs help possibly be helping them? That's the deception, and it works so well that the perception is I'm living in heaven, when the truth is every breath in hurts like hell.
Okay, so there's the reason. You go find the website, and there's a page with all the help you need. I can't say no more than that, or at least a lot of the help you might need. I can't say more than that because the page really exists for me. See what I mean? I don't need to use it. But I treat every situation like it's real enough that I could go. The guy that ended up in the hospital, he didn't care if he lived or died. Right? The broken neck guy, the years ago, the reason I work a program. But if pretending that the addiction wasn't a mask for a depression or an underlining psychological problem, that'd be denial, right? I openly admit that it was years of therapy, that when I woke up as a John Doe, I let them give me everything. Here's the one time the state and your system, it benefited me. I mean, they billed the taxpayers for everything. I mean, I had glasses. They'll put you in shoes and this and that, and they'd dent, whatever. I mean, whatever they could bill. But I took the psych. And I took the psych, and I used the psych, and I, to be honest, made peace with a lot of this. But as Ange and I were figuring out what we were going to do and how we were going to do it, we always knew one of the main things we were going to do was try to create resources for the people who need resources. So the first thing is I'm the guy that needs the resources. She'd never have to be ashamed. They exist so I can take care of myself. That I can help myself find the, help I need and the things I need to understand and the care I'm supposed to give to my fellow humans. Why? That's part of my program. Make amends for all the people you ever hurt. That was probably a few people. But because my family member, I think, suffers from this way more than me, I just wanted to speak on it a little bit here because it's tough. It's tough. And I need all my own help, but boy, when I reach out there, it's like it's tough. You have to want, I guess my point is you have to want to help yourself, because sometimes it's hard to save others when they don't even know they need saving. Or they do and they're in denial, or it gets so complicated and messy.
So hell, living in heaven when the truth is every breath in hurts like hell. So hello, my name's Charles Cosetti, and I hope you're ready, cause I can't do this on my own anymore. So I'm asking for your help with holding something heavy, cause I don't wanna live anymore. I don't. And yes, I'm a Christian man and understand that maybe I shouldn't swear, but where my mind is at right now, I swear I don't care. I just don't. So forgive me if this is R-rated, but all days are scarred and jaded, and I'm so far from saving that I'm literally saying R, referring to the thoughts bombarding my brain. Man, it's like this. I'm in a relationship with self-hatred, it's sick, and I wish I could explain the twistedness of my heart and my soul screaming live, but still being drowned out by one little whisper in my mind. Yeah, quit like your father did. You're done, son, another rerun. I'm your fate too, boy. I'ma break you and take you from your family like I did him. And that'll make two. But today you're gonna listen. I'm sick of your lies no more. When you say no one would miss me when I die, I'm sure the pain of living inside this war is way less than quitting with my family left crying at the morgue. So the war's on and I am no longer concealing you, and I am no longer healing you with a mask and vast array of legal drugs, the gloves dealing that I take just to deal with you. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you, and what people do or say to me is cool, but I can no longer not speak on you. So judge all you want, but I can't budge, I'm stuck. Wheels in my head are spinning in a rut. Have to rut until my motor blows up, or I run out of gas and all the progress I made from the past takes 10 steps back fast. Matter of fact, I've conditioned my mental condition to the point that thinking optimistic is the opposite direction. So how about this, depression, just between me and you? After all the deception that you had me believe was true, and all the rejection I received from you, and all the blessings I overlooked cause all I seen was you, and all the questions of my value and doubting my dreams coming true, all the antidepressants until all I eat, sleep, and breathe is you, that all I'd ever feel is you. But no, I ain't feeling you. You're the reason my beliefs are skewed, and why I listen to misconceptions that all I'll ever be is you. But I'm a child of the king, so I'll be damned if I kneel to you. Right now I'm changing everything. This my stand for a destiny that's new, a destiny that's true, not the destiny that you say it will be. Truth is, there is way too many people praying for me, night and day on their knees, for your lies to ever have their way with me. So today it's we, not just me, but we will all agree to be everything that we were meant to be, everything that we would dream when we were free. In kindergarten as a kid, my heart could clearly see sufficient provision for every need in all the world, and all were cured of every disease. Irony is, depression keeps setting in its pessimism like a disease, and now it's killing me. Or at least it used to be. Choosing these chains of slavery, claiming these mistakes that I've made define me, when in all actuality, they really just refine me. Finally, I see the light. Finally, I see what's right. Not I, but we need to fight to finally feel what freedom's like. Cause freedom's like a fairy tale for those who know depression, and there's no question, I know it very well. Even though you could barely tell, for those who don't, picture being buried in hell, and you can barely inhale. And any air that you inhale, you guard with your life like a letter of mail when you're in jail. Cause that's where you are. Except these bars don't have to stay locked. You don't have to do a life sentence. There's a way out, and that way already died for you. And for you call me preachy, please see, I'm not holding the Bible, dude. I'm just holding to what I know is true, and you can too. Please don't see me as the exception. I'm just a messenger that you can be free of depression. All you need is the key, and the key that freed me can free all. All you need is belief, and you will find Freepression.
Yeah.